Hi friends, and here's today's down-to-earth accessible yoga practice with me, Sarah. Grab your mat, let's get going. Go ahead and come down onto your back and take time to hug your knees in a couple of times. Rock back and forth and gauge how your back feels today. And then slowly interlace your fingers in front of your right shin and press your left heel straight out and long on the floor. And gently traction that right thigh in toward the side waist. And you can work here, letting that left thigh bone drop toward the ground. Or we're going to take our right arm on the inside of the right knee. Take your peace fingers and hook them around your right big toe. Then go ahead and extend your right heel out to about half of a V. If you open your right elbow, you can prop your elbow on the ground there. And any amount. If you can't get the toe, then you're able to have your right hand on the outside of the right calf, and that's also fine. And take your left hand and press it lightly on top of the left thigh. So we try to keep the two hip points pretty equal. We're going to swing that right heel across the body, bring that right knee over, and open your right arm and take a little bit of a twist. And then we're going to come back to center and open that right knee to the right foot on the inside of the left inner thigh, and then cross your left ankle in front of your right. So it's a reclined Sukhasana. Then float your arms overhead and take a stretch from toes to fingers. Big, full inhale, reach. And then exhale, draw your knees in, bring your feet on the ground. And hug your left knee in and slide that right leg out straight. Relaxing there, that right thigh bone dropping as you squeeze the left thigh in. And let's take our left arm on the inside of the knee and reach around for the big toe. Or you could take the outer ankle and just start to open that left leg out, keeping that left knee a little bit soft. Rooting that right thigh bone down and breathing for a moment. You can use that left elbow to prop yourself up a little bit, only if that feels good. And then start to guide that leg back across the midline, bring that left knee, the knee is a little bit bent. We're going to take that knee over to the right and touch that left toe down lightly as you stretch your left fingertips away from that right knee. And take an inhale, and then exhale, bring that left knee back to center and open that left knee. Good. And then cross your right ankle in front of the left for that reclined bound angle. Rest your hands on your belly, closing your eyes, and let your head roll all the way to the right, bringing your right chin toward the front of your right chest. And then bring that nose to face the ceiling, and then drop that left side of the chin over to the left, as much as you feel you can, bringing the chin down toward the front of the chest a little bit. And then back to center, squeeze your knees in, uncross, full happy baby, and we'll reach around to take your two first fingers on the big toes. If that's not available, just take your ankles or shins. Then press the heels away and taking that V shape and rock. The knees can be a little bit bent, but over time we're able to straighten the legs a bit more without locking the knees to deepen that inner thigh psoas opening. And then release your feet, cross your right ankle on top, reach your left arm up alongside the ear and roll over to your side. Roll to that left-hand side for a moment just to cool and ground your body. Then take your time to slowly press up. Find yourself in a tall upright seat. Shrug the shoulders up toward your ears. Inhale, exhale, roll the shoulders down the back and lightly reach the fingertips back behind you. Interlace your fingers and pull your knuckles away from your tail and gently drop your chin toward your chest, pulling your belly in as you drop the tail down on the exhale. And then on the inhale, bring your thumbs to the floor, your knuckles to the floor, lift your chest into a back bend. Find an inhale in the belly Exhale, lean forward, roll over the knees, come into a tabletop position. And from tabletop, press right back into active extended child's pose, reaching forward through the fingertips, stretching long from the pinkies to the hips. Tented fingers, Hasta Bandha. Lift your belly and slide your right foot through right between the hands so the right knee is over the heel. Take a moment to look forward, spread your chest. Look up toward the ceiling. And then lift your left thigh. Spin your left heel down so your left toes point toward your left wrist. Feel free to shorten your stance a little bit to ground your outer left heel. And we'll wave up, lengthen, look forward. Then fold, bringing your forehead toward your right shin. Left hip point rolling down as you peek at your right hip. Finding some breath. Pressing that right leg straight. Then start to bend your right knee. Right knee is over the heel. Drop the tail and come on up. Find your warrior one legs. So the back toes, again, they're turning forward toward the upper corner of your mat, the upper left-hand corner of your mat quite a bit. Then we're going to lean forward and start to swing your arms to loosen up the shoulders and give your shoulders and upper body a little rest. And then when the arms swing forward, reach the arms right up, nice and free, and lift the chest toward the ceiling, and lift the back of the head up toward the ceiling, warrior one. Now interlace your fingers, press the palms up toward the sky as you straighten that front leg on the inhale, look up at the hands, and then exhale, bend your right knee, release your hands to frame that front foot, then drop your left knee down directly under the hip, and let's slide that right heel straight back. Now take your left hand to the upper left-hand corner of your mat, spin your outer right heel down, and then stretch your right arm up alongside the ear, breathing along that right side waist. Inhale, right side. Now exhale, we're going to come up onto left tented fingers. Now kick your left toes out so the left toes are now in alignment with that knee, and stand up on that left knee as we come up to this gatekeeper. Right hand sliding toward the outer right heel. Reach your left arm up and over for that side bend. Really rooting through the outer right edge of the foot so there's a nice arch through that right inner ankle, right up into the inner ankle. We're going to inhale, left side, exhale, cartwheel, the arms up and over, and release your hands down, coming into a tabletop-like upper body. Slide the left toes back behind the knee. Right toes are tucked. Lift your left knee off the ground for a moment, then lower it down. Let's do that a couple times. Lift up, lower down. Lift that left knee, lower down. One more lift, and lower down. Bring your right knee down, and then nestle the hips back into your child's pose. Tented fingers, Hasta Bandha. Lifting the center of the palms again up right into the underarms. And then lift your belly and slide your left foot through right between the hands. Now look forward, look up toward the ceiling. Then lift your right thigh and spin your right heel down. Right toes are pointing toward the upper right-hand corner of your mat. And then start to fold over that left leg in your Parsvottanasana. Hands are on the floor or two yoga blocks. Right hip point rolls toward the ground. You breathe there. Pressing that left leg towards straight over time. Now from here, bend your left knee, rooting through both feet. Draw your lower belly in as you come up to warrior one torso. Good. Lifting that torso up into warrior one. And then we're going to lean forward. Feel that left thigh bone plug into the hip. And then start to sway your arms. Nice, free, soft upper body. And when the arms sway forward, float the arms up and find your warrior one position. Both feet equally rooting. Nice, soft gaze, nose over navel. Strong right leg. Then inhale and exhale. Interlace the fingers, awkward finger on top. Press right up toward the sky. And then release your hands to frame that front foot. And swing the right heel over the toes. We're going to drop that right knee down directly under the hip. Then slide that left heel back and spin the outer left heel down. Right hand toward the upper corner of the mat. Reach your left arm up alongside the ear. Find the side bend. Breathing through that left side, letting the right ear kind of hang toward the right shoulder. We'll inhale. When you exhale, take that left arm alongside the body. Come up onto tented fingers. Kick your right toes out. Then lift up. As we come into our gatekeeper pose, we're sliding that left hand down the outer left thigh. And then reach your right arm up and over for that side bend. Breathing through that right side waist. And you can look neutral, or you can look at your left foot and really press through that left foot as you reach the right fingertips toward the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, slowly cartwheel the arms up and over. And as you cartwheel, you're going to pivot to turn the right toes in, back behind the knee joint. Lift the left heel over the toes, and then hover that right knee and lower. And hover, and lower, and hover, and lower, and bring the knees down. Take your knees really wide. Big toes touch. Melt the belly down. And we're going to come into this version of embryo pose. In this version of embryo pose, knees are wide, and we're reaching our arms right in between your knees. We're going to reach our hands around and cup the hands on your heels as you turn your cheek to one side. And then rest there. Breathing into the back ribs. Inhale into tension. Exhale, let it out all the way. And sending some love to your feet. And then turn your cheek to the other side to balance out your neck. Tune into the flow of your breath. Letting the hips and the tailbone drop back and down. And breathing a lot of space into your back ribs. Good. And then slowly start to lift and let your forehead come onto the floor. Slide your arms out. Take your palms onto the ground in front of your knees. And then press on up. Bring your knees together. Sit up on your heels. Sit up tall with the crown of head float up. And we'll sit to the right and we'll swing the legs around. Inch your way forward. Reach for the toes. Just for a moment, toes, and then start to come back. And come onto your back. And find your Shavasana on your back, resting on your back. Roll side to side with the face slowly flowing to one side and the other until the neck is really, really relaxing and softening. Feel the heaviness of all the spaces in the back body that connect and release to the floor. As if the sturdiness of the earth is rising up to absorb away any negative energy you want to release into that spongy, absorbent quality of the ground. And the whole front body open and receptive. Let the breath flow naturally. Take your time to stay in Shavasana as long as you would like, imagining all the systems of the body working in harmony. A lot of light and space flowing through all the cells and joints. Let's come into a gratitude practice and remembering any intention you may have made any insight you want to take away, or just simply choosing to invite into your mind's eye that which you want to cultivate. Wiggling fingers and toes, and let's bring the knees in for a gentle hug. Keeping those knees hugging in. Let's curl into a gentle ball, knees to chin, chin to knees, and then letting your head fall back. Take your time to roll to either side, and then slowly press up, and we'll meet there together. Finding ourselves again in a comfortable upright seat, shoulder blades gliding down the back. Let's inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, press the hands down through the central channel. Dropping your chin toward your chest. Wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. Thank you, as always, for practicing here. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that super thanks button. That really helps me keep this channel going. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy whatever you're doing, and we'll see you next time. Take care.